Dreamers, if you always wanted to run the wheel strategy but did not have the capital to run the wheel strategy because it costs so much, well, this is the video for you, because I'm going to give you guys the top 3 stocks, cheap stocks, that you can run the wheel strategy on. I got one for around $29. I even got one for around $12. And check this out, guys. I got one that you can run the wheel strategy on just for around $5. So if you always wanted to try the wheel strategy but never had the capital, because remember, the wheel strategy, you need to have the option to buy 100 shares. I already have 100 shares, and I know that could cost a lot of money. So I'm going to give you guys, if you have a smaller account and always wanted to learn the wheel strategy for when you get a bigger account and really want to have that cash flow flowing in, this is the video that you need to watch. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button and hit that thumbs up button, because that helps out this channel more than you guys can possibly even imagine. Let's try to get this channel to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Dreamers, I know you could do it. This is the best community on YouTube. And because you guys are the best community, this tab right here, guys, I really want you to run this number up right here on the subscribers who have all notifications turned on for this channel. Right now we're sitting at average. The average is around from 10 to 30%. On this channel we have around 15.9%. So we're sitting at average, and this is not an average community. So I promise you guys, if we could get above average, above the 30% with all notifications turned on, I know you already subscribed, turn on those notifications. If we could get above 30%, I promise you I'm going to give a giveaway. I'm going to do a giveaway the very first day that is above 30%. I might give away shares of Nvidia, AMD, or maybe shares of Google, you know, a really blue chip style company. I'll be giving that away as long as we could be a above average community. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell. Dreamers, let's get to the money. All right, dreamers, here we go on the wheel strategy. Let me explain it to you right quick. So the very first step of the wheel strategy is that you have to sell cash secure puts. That is the option to buy 100 shares of a given company at a price that you're comfortable buying at, usually before the strike price. If the price of a stock is at $10, then you'll probably be selling a cash secure put at around $9.50 or $9. So if price do not pull back to $9.50, you will get paid a premium just for saying, hey, I want the option to buy these shares at $9.50. If you do not pull back to $9.50, you keep that premium, and then you do it again the following week. The second step of the wheel strategy, that if it do pull back to $9.50, then you have to buy those 100 shares at $9.50. If it pulls back to $9.50 at the expiration, usually a week out or a month out, then you have to buy those shares. But the thing is, you still get to keep the premium. No matter what, you're going to keep that premium. So you just got paid to buy shares of a company that you already wanted to own at the price that you was comfortable buying it at. The only bad thing is, if it falls below $9.50, let's say it falls down to $9, then you still have to buy it at $9.50 and not $9. So that's the only negative side of selling cash secure puts, is that if you do it wrong, then you will be forced to pick up those shares, even if the stock price has fallen a little bit below the price that you wanted to buy it at. But if you do it right, guys, if you follow the key principles, usually 9 times out of 10, when you're selling options, the delta is already calculated in, and it's a mathematical process calculated in that shows your chances of winning is at 80% or above. And if you use the strategies that I've been teaching you on this channel, your win percentage go from around 80% to around 85, 90, sometimes 95% win rate. And then the third step of the wheel strategy is that if you do pull back and you get assigned those 100 shares, then you could sell covered calls, which is the third step of the wheel strategy. At a, say, if you picked up 100 shares at $9.50, say, hey, I'm comfortable selling it at $10.50, all 100 shares. So now you get paid premium to say, I want to sell my shares at $10. And guess what? You get the capital gain from buying it at $9.50 and then selling it at $10.50. So you got paid to sell your shares at a profit. So and then you move on to the fourth step of the wheel strategy, and that is just right here, repeat the cycle, and then you do it again all over again by selling cash secure puts. That is the wheel strategy. If you've been wondering how the wheel strategy has been working out so far for me, through the month of August, I am up $28,908 just from selling cash secure puts on a couple of these stocks that you see down here. Tesla, Amazon, Google, Nike, AMD, doing all kinds of options on these, mainly the wheel strategy. I generated this much income so far in premium alone. And guys, if you do want to learn in greater detail the wheel strategy, look at all my courses and be a part of my live Zoom calls every single Sunday, you could join the Dream Team. Right now, it is half off through the month of September. You guys could go and check this out for half price. You can learn everything that you need to know about the wheel strategy, selling covered calls, cash secure puts, put credit spreads, call credit spreads, rolling your options down and out. If you don't know what any of that means, guys, I highly encourage you that you join the Dream Team, because I know you want to be financially free. And this could create income for you every single week or every single month. You guys could create income, and you'll be a part of my Zoom calls every single Sunday. I'll go live. There's only 4 spots remaining. I try to keep the Zoom calls super small. It's starting to get a little big, so I think I'm really going to shut it off after these 4 spots get filled out, because I don't want to have classes of 100 to where I can't have more one-on-one conversations with everybody and get to everyone questions. I want it very small, so it feels like you're getting the best value for your money. If you ask a question, it's going to get answered. I promise you, you're going to get answered in there, because I try to keep the classes very, very small. So if you do want to join the Dream Team, you'll also get access to the Lucid Dreamer Road, where I have 7 pro day traders in there that post their option trades every single day. But the wheel strategy, if you're a doctor, teacher, lawyer, CDL driver, mechanic, any job to where you do not have the time to look at the market every single day, and you're still trying to find ways to generate income from the stock market, if you don't have the time to day trade in the stock market every single day, the wheel strategy might be the perfect option for you. So if you guys do want to learn, I'm gonna leave a link to Patreon down in the pinned comment section and also in the description. All right, guys, with that being said, let's jump inside the 3 cheap stocks I'm going to show you guys today. All right, dreamers, here we go on my Robinhood account. Had a pretty good day, up 2%. Looking at the week, not the best week, not the best month, but the last 3 months we've been doing really good, up 24%, around $61,411 inside of my Robinhood account. But let's go ahead and look up the first stock. That's how we was doing. The first stock I'm going to bring you guys is ticker symbol AAL, which is American Airlines, and they're at $12.90 right now. So the first step of the real strategy is selling a cash secure put. And I like to sell cash secure puts anywhere at a 0.3 delta to a 0.2 delta. That means a 0.3 delta, we have a 70% chance of winning, and a 0.2 delta, we have around an 80% chance of winning. But if you're selling a 0.2 delta when it's at the bottom of the Bollinger Bands, like I talked about in this video right here, if you guys want to click that to look at my 3-point systems on how I sell cash secure puts to go from an 80% win rate to around to like a 95% win rate, check out that video right there. So let's just look at around 0.25 deltas today's, and we're going to go out a week on American Airlines. So going out a week on American Airlines would be September 19th. This is a week away now from recording this video, and yours should start off on buy a call. We're not buying option, guys. We're winners. We're winners. We're going to be selling put options, right? And let's look at the $12 put. Let's click on this one right quick. You guys can see they have an IV over 55%. That meet one of our criteria of it being over 50%. They have a delta of 0.11, so it's a little low. It's kind of low, so you're not going to get that much premium. And then the last trade was 5 cents. So if we did want to do this one, we'll sell the $12.50. Let's look at the delta. The delta is 0.28, which is between 0.2 and 0.3, but it's a little aggressive for me. And the IV is still above 50%. But if we want to sell this cash secure put, we'll just hit one right here. And right here, we'll make $13, and it will only cost us $1,250. So if you do the math on that, 13 divided by, what was it, 1250, that is multiply that by 100. That is 1% in just 1 week. And if we multiply that out by 4 weeks, that is 4% in a month, guys. 4% gain in a month. And if you do that every month, you'll make around a 49.92, let's just say 50% gain in a year just from selling cash secure puts on American Airlines. And then you really make the most when you start to sell covered calls. But if we would just do cash secure puts out throughout the rest of the year, when the opportunity appears, we can make up to 50% just from selling cash secure puts on American Airlines, which is really, really good. That is extremely good. In fact, it's a little bit too aggressive. So let's look for monthly cash secure puts on American Airlines. Okay, so since that's a little bit more aggressive, let's just go out a month all the way out to October 18th. And then let's look for a 0.2 delta. That's 0.16. So let's look on the 12. That's 0.25. So we'll get $25 right here. I know it says 25 cents, but multiply that by 100 shares. It's going to be $25, and it's going to cost us $1,200. So $25 divided by 1,200, that is 2% in a month. This is a little bit more realistic. And if you multiply that out by 12 months, you could get 25% in a year. You're outbeating the stock market just from selling cash you can put on a stock that you already want to own. Now, the next stock I'm going to bring you guys is even cheaper. This stock is around $5. So the stock I'm going to bring you guys is BBAI. This is a new it's a new AI company, and it's very cheap, and the implied volatility is high. So if you have a very small account, you can sell monthly cash secure puts on BBAI. So what you want to do, you'll hit trade options, and you'll go out a month, and then you'll be selling a put on BBAI at around, let's look for a delta. That's a 0.26 delta at $4.50. And then the last trade was 23 cents. And as you guys can see, the implied volatility is 91. The higher the implied volatility is, the more you're making premium. So you'll hit continue. We'll put in 1, and then we get 23 cents because that's the last trade. So you'll make $23 in a month on a trade that only costs you $450. So 23 divided by 450, that is 5%. Multiply that out by 100. That is a 5% gain in just 1 month alone, selling a cash you could put on BBAI. And once again, if you did want to play it a little safer, we could look at the $4 put. Let's click on this one right here. The last trade was at 10 cents, but market is closed at the time I'm recording this video, so the prices are a little different. But let's just say we wanted to do this one. It'll be 1, we'll get paid out 10 cents. So that's $10, and this contract will only cost us $400. So $10 divided by $400. Of course, that is, multiply that out by 100. That is 2.5% in a month, just from selling cash you can put on BBAI. So even if you did have around like a $5,000 account, you could come put in about 13 of these contracts, and you could still make $130 in a month just from selling cash you can put at a underneath the 0.2 delta, and you can still make around $130 in a month at a very cheap delta, and that is ticker symbol BBA. The last one I'm going to bring you guys is ticker symbol SOXL, and this one has been printing me money for quite some time. SOXL is a semiconductor company. It's a semiconductor ETF. SOXL is a semiconductor ETF, and this one has very good implied volatility and prints me money every single week. So I'll sell a put on SOXL when the opportunity appears, when it's at the bottom of the Bollinger Bands. I'll look for like a 0.25 delta, maybe a 0.2 delta. So let's look at 28. No, let's look at 2750. 2750 is fine. That is at a 0.25 delta, and they have an applied volatility of 90%. So we'll click that one for $48. So 48 divided by 2750. That is multiply that by 100. That is 1.74% a week. And if you multiply that out in a month, that is insane. That is a 6.98%. Let's just call it 7% in a month, just from running the wheel strategy on this cheap stock that's underneath $30, guys. We could get 7% return in a month. Now, I know you guys are probably thinking, oh yeah, I can make $13 in a month. I can make $25 in a month. I can make $100 in a month. But if you're looking at the long game, investing is the long game. If you want to keep day trading, keep day trading. Let me show you guys what the compound interest effect does from those $13 gains, those 2% a month gains, those 6% a month gains, those 7% a month gains. Let me show you how the compound interest effect takes place right now. So we'll come over to the compound daily interest calculator right here. Let's just say we started off with a $10,000 account, right? We started off with $10,000 and we're making 7% a month, right? Don't worry about days. We're just imagine that the days are months. So not just 12 days, that's 12 months. And we're gonna do it for the next 5 years. So that's 60 months, right? And then we're gonna reinvest, and we're just starting off with $1,000. We're not gonna add anything else to our account. We're just starting off with $1,000. We're gonna sell cash you can push. We're gonna make around 7% a month, and we're gonna do it for the next 5 years. 5 years is nothing when it comes to investing. So we're gonna hit calculate now, and guys, we're gonna make we're making over $500,000 just from selling cash secure puts at a 0.25 delta on stocks that's cheaper than $30. This is a skill that everyone needs to learn. At the end of the first month, we'll make around $700 at the end of the first month. By the end of the first year, we'll be bringing in $1,473 per month just selling cash secure puts on SOXL, giving us 7% a month. If we come out to year 2, there you guys go. we're bringing in $3,318 a month. And then we'll hit our first $4,000 a month on month 27. Come out to year 3, we'll be bringing in $7,473 a month. And then when we get all the way in to the end of year 5, which is month 60, we'll be bringing in $40,000 a month running the wheel strategy on some of these stocks that have a high IV that's going to print money. And that's just selling on the cash secure put side, because once you get to the other side of the wheel strategy, selling covered calls, that's where you really generate the most money, because you get money from the capital gain and they're paying you to sell your stocks at a higher price. So you're going to get premium and capital gain. That's where you make the most money from the wheel strategy. So guys, let me know which one down in the comment section is one that you want to try. Are you finally ready to start to learn wheel strategies and you found a cheap stock to do it on, like BBAI, $5? Let me know if that's going to be the one you pick down in the comment section. There was another cheap one with American Airlines, or you could be a little bit more aggressive with SOXL, which is a semiconductor ETF, but it's a little bit more expensive around the $27 price point. You can start to sell cash secure puts. Am I saying do it right now at that exact strike price I'm showing you in this video? Absolutely not. Everything has to line up that I showed you in this other video. Hopefully I could get that to pop up twice on the card, but that show you my 3-point systems on exactly when to sell cash secure puts and when to sell covered calls. So if you did want to learn, you could pick these cheap stocks right here to learn. Practice everything you can. And then as you do it over the next couple of months, next couple of years, as you get better at it, then you could start to invest more money and see that capital gain. You can start to invest even more money and then start to see that compound interest effect take place and accelerate the growth of your portfolio. So let me know which one of these 3 is your favorite down in the comment section. And dreamers, if you already subscribed, hit that notification bell. I promise once we get over 30% on the notification bell, I'm going to do a giveaway on this channel. Let's try to get this channel to 5,000 subscribers. And if you do want to join the dream team, the link to Patreon is going to be down in the pinned comment section and also down in the description. You guys click that, sign up, come learn everything that you need to learn. Video courses, me, every time I buy and sell stocks, the best community on YouTube, the dream team. And every time we get that money, guys, you already know what to say. Give me the loot, because we're going to the stock market and they giving us the loot. So give me the loot. Comment that down in the comment section as well to let me know you made it to the end of this video. But other than that, dreamers, can't wait to see you guys in another video that's coming out this week. It's going to be really good. So that's all I got to say. So as always, I'm Zeke, bringing you Dream Green Conversations. I'm out. Peace.
This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. It does not constitute financial advice. All investments are risk. Do your research. It is not licensed financial advisor. Any third party considered false under the fair use commentary and analysis. Please consult with a licensed financial advisor or professional in your area before making investment decisions.